Hello everyone. Today I will talk to you about a dystopian society. Question: who here knows what the word dystopia means? You're probably thinking they're a movie or book genre, but they're much more than that. According to Oxford, a dystopia is an imagined state or society in which there is great suffering or injustice, typically one that is totalitarian or post-apocalyptic. Okay, so who here has ever watched movies like Hunger Games, Inception, Divergent, The Maze Runner, The Fifth Wave, etc.? Let's take the Hunger Games world building as an example. In the Hunger Games, this impoverished country is divided into sections, called districts. There are 12 impoverished districts, and the capital is a rich area where the president and important people live. In this universe, people aren't allowed to live for another district, are forced to work, get beaten by soldiers when they don't work. To top it off with a dystopian absurdity, two persons from every district get sent to an arena to fight to death. This dystopian absurdity is called a Kafkaesque society, after dystopian author Franz Kafka. In this Kafkaesque society, people fight through a long travesty to find irony at the end. For example, one Kafkaesque history is Poseidon's absurd irony. In this story, Poseidon is filled with paperwork, so he can't swim around his realm, but he's extremely arrogant and won't let anyone else help him with his paperwork. To create a Kafkaesque reality, there are two important factors: crime and climate change. Unfortunately, climate change may bring a lot of downsides to society, such as discrimination, because people on coast have to relocate, seniors and children having difficulties coping with new environments and pollution, and higher cost of living, food, vehicles, and decreased socialization, according to various studies led by EPA and Oxfam. For example, the city of Agra has been having rising temperatures and has a lot of polluting smoke, causing many people to stay indoors. And let's be real, I think most of us in this room have suffered something similar here in Monterrey. Kids being told that they can play during recess because the air is highly contaminated, or normal activities being cancelled due to this problem, causing erratic behaviors, resulting in fights and multiple crimes committed. This is the social problem of climate change, which possibly leads to chaos and further problems. Additionally, climate change causes temperature levels to rise, which leads to people avoiding physical activities due to the hotness and other factors. For example, last summer, when a heat wave arrived and grew at 49 degrees Celsius, nobody wanted to go outside or participate in physical activities that week, which caused many people to get sick and get overly energetic. This also reduces socialization between different friends. Now, let's talk about the other factor: behavior. Behavior is a major component of crimes committed that may cause a dystopian society, such as climate change increases crime rates, depression, anxiety, PTSD, and adjustment disorder, antisocialness, and people tend to be more impolite in social areas, according to the American Journal of Crime and Justice. For example, when COVID started and people had to be in lockdown, it has been scientifically proven that this situation caused an increase in charges of armed assault, burglary, robbery, murder, and domestic violence. Moreover, when droughts started happening all over the world due to the climate change, water crimes started to be broken, and the abuse of water caused fights and theft between families. Another example could be that when Monterrey is polluted and the air quality is deplorable, we are forced to have recess inside for our health. This normally brought problems because kids wanted to go play outside, and they wouldn't let them. This caused conflicts because of how unfair it was. And I'm not talking about how unfair it was that we couldn't play. I believe it was for our health. But what is unfair is that our world is so polluted, kids aren't able to play and socialize outside. Everyone has the right to go outside, and everyone should be able to play and learn outside. If not, new generations will be isolated and will be separated from a beautiful childhood they could have had. So, how can that create a dystopian regimen? All these problems can cause a dystopian society because they're causing human rights emergencies around the world and political arguments. All these problems can lead to disagreements and possible dystopian regimen with a totalitarian government. Finally, to lower the chances of creating a dystopian society, we should change and realize all the harm we're causing to the planet. Also recycling and donating to any big cause to avoid global warming. It is also really important to avoid pollution, being rude, and or stealing. If the world does not change, we will be part of a dystopia. That's why, if we join and help solve global warming, the world will prevail and will possibly reduce any chances of a dystopian future. By accomplishing this, people could spend more time outside, running, walking, and decompressing. We would decrease wildfires and reduce crimes to a smaller percentage. And we would let people enjoy life and do things normally, such as physical activities and social events. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Robert Swan. Be the one who saves it.